This is a mission from Liberation. It's Hedgerow Hell. It's the second mission in the Grand Campaign, and I don't really want to teach people how to play this mission. This mission just gives a very good opportunity to look at the stealth or concealment or camouflage mechanics. Spotting enemy units, not getting spotted yourself, hiding, all that sort of stuff. The bottom line is we have a headquarters here. The enemy are coming. It wasn't hard to work out where they were coming from, even though the briefing is a little bit vague. There's only one road. It goes straight across the map from left to right or north to south. The enemy will be coming from the south because the Normandy beaches are to the north, so that's all historically accurate. You get a couple of anti-tank guns. They give you a little 37mm. I really wouldn't expect that to be overly useful against the sort of tanks that you'll see in 1944. They give you an M8 Greyhound armoured car, which used to be parked here behind this sort of gap in the hedgerow. The 37mm used to be here in this open area right next to the gate, and they give you a 6-pounder. So the M1 gun that the Americans have, the AT gun, is actually a copy of the British 6-pounder. It's just an American version of it. So if I keep referring this to us as a 6-pounder, it's just that's why. It was originally over here behind these sandbags. It does have a nice field of fire there, but it's totally out in the open. It is not hidden. Okay, so as the enemy come down the road, I expected them to see things. And what you want to do here is you want to ambush the enemy. You don't want them seeing you. So I've moved everything from where it used to be. The 57mm is not there anymore. It's hidden behind this big hedge here. All right, it's nicely hidden. The 37mm is over here, hidden behind a little hedge. As the enemy move down the road, it's going to shoot at the rear and sides of the enemy tanks, and they give you a little 37mm mounted on a truck. That's going to hide for now, and I've taken my crew out of the M8 Greyhound because it's hard to hide a vehicle. That's rather large, so I'm not going to try and hide it. I'm just going to have the crew hop out of it. The AI will not shoot at it, right? The computer player will not shoot at a vehicle that doesn't have crew in it, even if it's not destroyed. Up the front here, I have one of my reconnaissance soldiers, 3rd Armoured Recon. He is hiding in the shrubs or the hedge here. He's one of my spotters. He's going to watch the tanks come down the road, let me know where they are. I've got a medic hidden in a shrub here. He's going to watch this section of the road. Whoops, there. And out here, this is what I want to be my kill zone. Right, that big open area is where I want to ambush the enemy vehicles and tanks. I have 4 bazookas. They're in pairs. 1 pair here in the center. 1 pair here down the northern end of the hedgerows. I've got my 3 rifle grenade guys dug into foxholes in the sort of center. They can actually fire their rifle grenades over the hedgerow in an arc, and they're also going to be able to shoot at anything that comes through this gap. So we'll start the mission up. I've actually got it in slow-mo at the moment. In order to get all the units in location, dig all the foxholes, and have them hide, you need to do it in slow-mo or have multiple people to help you. Right, so if you get a mission where you need to defend, don't be scared. Hit the backspace key and slow it right down and set everything up. So at the moment we're on speed 1, which is as slow it'll go. Now, stealth was what we wanted to discuss. So at the moment my units are all hidden. the easiest way to tell if your units are hidden is to turn silhouettes on. I mean, looking at the moment, you wouldn't be able to tell whether anything's visible or not. But if we turn silhouettes on, we can see little blue icons. So here we can see the truck's blue, this soldier's blue, this soldier's blue. Basically, as long as the soldier's outline is blue, he's hidden. So as they move down this road, they will not be able to see any of my units. All right, my anti-tank gun there, it's nicely blue. They're all hidden behind the hedgerows. So basically, all my units are going to be out of the enemy's line of sight. You can test this for yourself. The enemy tanks will come on the map here from the south. They will drive down this road, and somewhere up about this T intersection, they start going towards this bunch of ammo crates or whatever those boxes are. If they spot any of your units, the tank will stop, and the infantry riding along on the back will hop off the tank. If you see the tank stop and the infantry start to get off it, you know that one of your units has been spotted. So your ambush has been sprung, and you've, got to run with it from there. I don't expect any of my units to get spotted. I have played this mission a few times before. So let's watch what happens. So I'll wait for the first tank come on. Might just push it up to speed 2. It's a bit slower. So here's our first tank. It's a Panzer IV-H. We've got 4 enemy infantry on the back. They're all enemy scouts. Let's just pause it for a second. We'll click on... Oh, can't we do that? There we go. Ooh, things have changed. So what we have here is their field of views. We have the commander. Commander must be the large wedge, the gunner. But what isn't shown here are the field of view of the passengers on the back deck. So there's a whole bunch of Aufklärer. I'm not sure how to say the word. Anyway, they're German scouts. So there's 4 German scouts sitting on the back deck, and they've got a very nice field of view and a very good field that they can see. So that'd be command division is the round circle. That must be the gunner. And that wedge there, I'll have a look. So the tanks haven't stopped, the infantry are still mounted. When I first played the mission for the first time, I had sort of hoped that the tanks would just drive off the map, because I didn't like my chances taking on 2 Panzer IVs with 137mm gun, 157mm gun and a bunch of infantry. Not at that sort of range anyway. But if you let them get closer, things can even up. Over here we have the ultimate infantry destroying machine. It's an Ostwind or a Wirbelwind. Oh, it's a Wirbelwind. 4 20mm autocannons. They'll shred anything. So that's what I want my 37mm weapons to start shooting at. So just grab our vehicle, put a series of backwards facing waypoints, grab our 37, tell him to hit that in the turret. I would like to capture the Wirbelwind. So the enemy tanks have now passed into what I call the kill zone. Let's just put this guy.
Stay alert, boys.
So, it's my... Right, they've seen whatever. Oh, that tank's cactus. Right. Having a quick look. That's ugly. I'm not going to capture that vehicle. It's completely brewed up by the heat round from the bazooka. Not a spectacular success. Looks like the Whirlwind, yep, the turret on the Whirlwind is knocked out, so it's still mobile, but it's only got its hull machine gun, so it's not quite as much of a threat anymore. That leaves me with this Panzer 4J. So it's going to come down this way as well. Most of my infantry are on don't fire, return fire only. I'll just change them. Oops, that guy, I've forgotten about him. He needs to move. Get the crew back into the Greyhound. What I'd really like to do is blow the tracks off this thing. There we go. Now. Go back to... I'm not going to turret him. Right, the turret's knocked out. The tracks are knocked off. I don't want these guys blowing the tank up. I'll capture that tank, so I'm going to get them off the AT gun and have them run away. I don't want the bazookas to knock out that tank either, so they're going to run away. Shove them up behind that fence. Righto, so I've put them behind the fence, and I don't expect the fence to protect them. But if I grab them again and I use the silhouette, what the fence is going to do is it's going to give them a facing. So they're going to face towards the enemy instead of turning around and doing stupid things and looking the wrong way. So if I put them down on the ground, they stay facing like east or west or something. Some way that I don't want them to be looking. So I'll use that fence.
Yep. Loading up.
Right.
Ready to go, sir.
Not sure what's going on up here. Lie down. Uh-oh, there's our machine gun on the Whirlwind, lighting up the Greyhound. What's that? Like a machine gun. I don't like guys with machine guns. Give them a bit of a shot. Right, now there's a tank there somewhere. Move these guys in a cover here, shooting over the boxes. Their job is to keep that tank from being repaired. I don't want the crew getting out and fixing the track or fixing the turret. Righto, this guy's about to come running over. He didn't get far.
Aye, sir.
Why are you firing HE?
Will do, sir.
What are you doing? Come on, drive backwards.
Look out, enemy armor incoming.
So enemy units are showing up in red because my unit can't see them from where I am, the Greyhound. Other units can see them, so I can still see them on the mini-map and stuff. So it's showing me silhouettes so I can shoot at them. Bring the Greyhound around down this way. Because I reckon my little AT truck and that 37mm can spend the next half an hour shooting at that tank, and if I'm lucky I'll knock it out. Just go back to speed 3. Oops, run over a cow. Sorry about that, Mr. French farmer. Righto. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So people say, oh, the enemy responds instantly. Well, I think I've got to get up in there. I'm going to shoot for the crew compartment here. Right, that's knocked out. It's coming out this way. Whoa! That's bad luck. Get down, shoot him. The enemy machine gunner has come out to play.
Awaiting orders, sir.
Put these guys onto return fire. Have them move up. Loss of the Greyhound is bad. Now, that's my nearest medic.
Awaiting orders, sir.
Any orders, sir?
Any orders, sir? Ready, sir.
Use this tank for cover. Bit Call of Duty mode. Uh-oh. The Kugel wagon's running away. Stay away from the pointy end.
Ich brauche einen Sanitäter!
Goodbye to you. Righto. Uh-oh. The motorbike's now coming. Right. So all the motorbike wants to play silly buggers with this guy. Have this guy run around. Uh-oh. They're after my medic.
Hab ihn erwischt! Yes!
I think we just blew up. Yep, and they just used the grenade to blow up the motorbike. So, grab our second medic. Hold down the shift key. Right, don't run in front of the tank. It's alright.
I'm ready. Fire!
So at this stage you could run around and loot the corpses and do whatever you want. As long as that tank's pinned down there, the mission's not going to progress to the next part. The Werblings. Well, capturable. That tank's cactus. Not going to be able to capture that.
On the way.
Flies down everywhere.
I'm ready.
We need some support here!
Let's get them down.
Ready, sir.
Yep. HE round. I have no idea where that is. There it is on the mini-map. This guy's got a submachine gun. Right, you two guys.
Look out, enemy armor incoming. Look out, enemy armor incoming.
What are your orders, sir? Keep going, boys.
Can't tell how many crew are still in that vehicle.
Ready to go, sir. Medic standing by.
Incoming. Identify targets. Damn it, where did they come from?
Go! Go!
All right,
go!
sir.
Catch enemy armor! Shit! I'm out!
Tanks incoming.
What I want to do is go and get my men resupplied.
Waiting your command, sir. Eyes on the enemy. Covering fire.
Always ready.
Hammer him down.
Ready, sir.
Keep cover. Enemy tank. That got their attention. We got enemy tanks here.
Greyhound is repairable, so I think we'll get that underway as well.
Any orders, sir?
Ready to go, sir.
Pop it in there. You can hop up behind there.
That's enemy armor.
Before I try and repair the tank, the Greyhound, I want to get some infantry in to protect.
I'm low on ammo.
Awaiting orders, sir!
Awaiting orders, sir. Watch the flank.
They're a bit keen.
Ready, sir! All right, sir!
Just speed up time. It's not just slowing down time that I use, I also speed up time for things like crawling. If I want to crawl my soldiers across the map to keep them in stealth mode, so when a unit is standing, it's visible at the full distance of whatever unit's looking at it. If I lie it down, the distance becomes quite less.
Out, enemy armor.
So it's a bit like Fallout's stealth mode, where if you were crouched, it was stealth. This game works in much the same way. If you are crouching, if you are prone, not crouched, crouched or kneeling does not count.
Tanks, take cover.
You're in stealth mode and you are harder to see.
Yes, sir.
Where's
Got
my
enemy tanks here. Ready, sir.
Awaiting orders, sir.
these
Ready
guys
to go,
out?
sir. Look out.
The crew levels for this mission seem to be off. You'll notice that at the centre of the screen there with my 37mm, I've only got 1 star and still I don't know why they only gave our 3rd Armoured Boys 1 skill in large guns, but that's what they got. So I'll walk straight up to this thing and we'll give it a couple of rounds.
Look over there.
The crew compartment's just at the front here, so we want to pop a few rounds in that. Oh, I'll break the hull around it. There we go.
The first Sherman has arrived. Let's hope the rest make it quick. We held our
So,
own, but the neighboring platoon got hit hard.
bit of a
They need our
spoiler
help
for
to push the
people.
Germans back.
If you break these crates at the base,
Cannot let that happen.
you'll get some goodies. So run over those crates. And I don't think this one is moving.
Officer here. What do you need?
Just put it back in a normal
Waiting your command, sir.
sleeve. We'll end up with some extra weapons, some ammo, some rockets. The white phosphorus rockets for the bazooka can come in a bit handy.
Yes, sir.
So, you cannot actually go up and open the crates. Like if you hit the X key, you can't get to these crates. There's no way to look in them.
Ready, sir.
There are some crates on maps that you can, but these seem to be some sort of either there was a hidden treasure for people to find, or the wrong crates were used for the level when it was created. I've never run over these ones before, so let's see what we get from them.
Yes, sir.
Usually too busy hiding behind them.
What are your orders, sir?
There are 3 flame throwers within the crates over at the base. No, got nothing from those ones. Yeah, you get a couple of flamethrowers. There's some Thompsons. Oh, there's more in that crate there. No, hold on. We're missing the
Officer here. What's the objective, sir?
M1 carbines. So those flamethrowers can come in really useful. The truck cannot destroy the well. Yeah, there's the M1s. Righto.
Officer here. The men are ready for
So
battle.
the next thing that we want to look at is over here. There's a whole bunch of enemy infantry behind this shrub here. There's a gap in the hedgerows here that you can actually go through. That's where these enemies that are all around this area, and the anti-tank guy that ambushed my M8 came out of this area here. Now, the enemy are hidden. They obviously can't see me, otherwise they would be shooting at me. But if I put a couple of guys here, where's the new guys? So all the infantry that I've had up until now, apart from the bazooka guys and the rifle burning guys, were recon troops. But now I've got some standard infantry to play with. The recon troops have got a few less hit points, more stamina. Just grab my unit number 3. Unit number 3 is my recon unit.
Medic here. Awaiting orders, sir.
Actually, it doesn't matter. Let's just go and do it.
Sniper
So,
here. My rifle is
if you have a
loaded
look
and
at
ready for
the
duty.
sniper, and you can't really see it here.
Ready, sir.
No, his icon's pretty bad.
Sniper here.
The
rifle
sniper
is
should
ready.
have a stealth bonus, He is actually a stealth
Making my way
unit,
there.
so he is as good standing up as I think the normal soldiers are lying down. So when I talked about proning your soldiers puts him in a stealth mode, he's permanently in stealth mode when he's standing, and he gets even stealthier when he goes prone. That's the way I think it is. Never really tested it. We'll put him on don't shoot. We'll move him up here. There's the rest of squad one. Speed up time a bit. So we're going to take our rifle squad. We're missing someone. You can get out of the truck. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Already on it, sir.
Sometimes as you shoot these guys in the foxholes towards the end there, guys will come out of the shrubs.
Aye, sir.
So, righto. Put these guys down there.
I'm ready.
Let's put these guys out a bit more. And let's get our sniper to go and play silly buggers. So, watch the mini-map. There they are. So, the mini-map has disappeared. So, we'll just slow that down back to normal speed.
Orders.
So you can see my field of view doesn't extend as far as this wall. So whatever's firing at me from outside my field of view, they can see me and I can't see them. I'm going to have to push forward.
Standing by.
Now there is an enemy there. My sniper is on don't shoot. Right, and I'm using him as a spotter. I want him to walk into the bushes, have a look through the bushes, and I'm hoping that all those guys along the fence are going to shoot him.
Sniper here.
Is there?
Rifle is ready.
Stop moving so I can shoot.
Right, so that guy up there, he's dead. Righto. Now there's a whole bunch of other enemies there. The half track's still bugged. I've tried it. Don't try and use the 50 caliber on the front of it. It is actually broken. It will not engage other infantry. So you need to get your 30 calibers on the sides of the vehicle if you want to use this to engage enemies. Don't ask me. There's other vehicles like the M20 that don't have this problem, so it seems to be specific to this half track. No particular light being there. Oh no, they've killed the spotter. Get our medic up here. Oh.
Ready, sir.
Bit risky driving across there, but we got away with it. So the sniper hidden, well, he wasn't hidden, he was just sitting in the open. But he was my spotter, this guy that's bleeding out, for the men here. Now, I had no way of seeing anything beyond the bushes without my spotter forward. Those guys would have sat there and got plinked at for quite a long time before they had have seen the enemy. Here's a good opportunity. We can see that fella up there. And hey, can we get the sniper up, please? Thanks. No, the enemy's coming.
Sniper here under heavy
No. Let's get out of there. So what's this guy doing? He's crawling, my goodness. So one of the things is that the bot computers or the computer player doesn't really use crawling. You'll see when its infantry moves, they're usually standing up or running. It doesn't usually lie its soldiers down into stealth mode and move them. So it doesn't really use stealth to attack you as a bot opponent. Other players certainly do in multiplayer, right? So other players will lie down and use that stealth mechanic, or whatever you want to call it, prone mode. But generally the computer generated opponents don't do that. I don't know why that guy was lying down up there. Our sniper's now healed, he's got his 200 health back. Just find somewhere to hide him. We'll go and hide him in that bush.
Here, where's the target?
Oh no, he's down again. Okay, chuck a grenade over there for me, please. Is the rifle grenade here? No. Okay, let's get our medic in there. So there we go, you can see some enemies popped up on the mini-map as soon as my medic went through the gap. So my troops cannot see past this bush. Oh, come on, move. Now the enemies are shooting back. So once an enemy starts shooting back, as long as they've been spotted, they seem to stay spotted. Running out of bandages. Our snipers then are going to end up with 5 or 6 purple hearts at this rate. Right, so bring our sniper back. He's going to be our spotter again. You can use any soldier for your spotter. You don't have to risk your sniper. He is, however, a stealth unit, so he does pretty well. Right. So now that he's spotting this fella up here, what I'll do is I'll bring my sniper back, and you'll notice that the enemy soldier has disappeared out of sight. My soldiers are no longer shooting. They can't see him. But I'll move my sniper back up. Oh, here he is. He's decided to run forward and attack. Enemy units will do that. Oh, there we are. No, it was a different guy. So there's the enemy soldier. Oh. We can't see his corpse. He's disappeared into the foxhole. Righto, so where's squad 3? Put them on don't shoot. I'll have a bit more of a play. I'm not actually playing the mission, remember? We're just having a play with how we spot stuff. They can't see my sniper. We'll move him up. A bit of a swizz with him. Squad 1. Oh, we didn't create squad 1. There we go. Squad 1. 3. You can actually pop your men into the bushes here. But I wouldn't recommend that. You can try it and see how you go. Just make sure you save your game before you do this. Don't mind me. Oh, there we go. We can see somebody in the distance. That's actually my sniper. Can see that tank. Oh. Okay, watch out for that guy. It's interesting. He should have been able to see my sniper. Oh, yeah. The martyr wants to have a go at the sniper,
Was ready.
but it doesn't have. I don't think it's got a line of fire. No. I think it's going to hit the concrete wall. I'm a bit lucky there. Hold on.